Welcome back to Checkmate Ninja. Today, we're analyzing one of the most instructive chess games ever played. Paul Morphy's opera game, from 1858. This game is not about tricks. It's about punishing slow development and understanding why every move matters. Let's begin. White starts with pawn to e4. This move immediately controls the center and opens lines for both the queen and bishop. Black responds with pawn to e5, fighting for the same central space. After knight to f3, white attacks the e5 pawn and develops a piece. Black chooses pawn to d6, the Philidor defense. Now here's the problem. This move protects the pawn, but it blocks the dark square bishop and gives white more freedom. Morphy instantly plays pawn to d4. This move is critical. White is challenging the center while black is still undeveloped. If you allow white to dominate the center this early, you're already walking into trouble. Black pins the knight with bishop to g4, hoping to create pressure on the queen. But Morphy understands something important. A pin means nothing if the piece behind it is not actually vulnerable. So Morphy plays pawn takes e5. He ignores the pin, because his development and initiative matter more. Black trades bishops with bishop takes f3. And after queen takes f3, look at this position. White's queen is centralized. White controls the center. Black has developed only one piece. Already, white is winning the opening. Next comes bishop to c4. This is a classic attacking move. The bishop is now pointing directly at the f7 square, the weakest point in black's position. Black defends with knight to f6, adding protection to the center and f7. But Morphy finds a stronger idea. Queen to b3. This move creates a double threat. White is attacking f7 again, and also threatening the b7 pawn. Black cannot ignore this, so he plays queen to e7. And here's the key idea. Yes, the queen defends f7, but it also blocks black's bishop and slows development even more. Morphy is winning without taking material. White continues with knight to c3, bringing another piece into the game. Black plays pawn to c6, trying to support the center. Then comes bishop to g5. This move pins the knight on f6, which means black cannot castle easily. The king is stuck in the center. At this moment, white has every piece ready. Black is still trying to survive. Black tries to chase the bishop with pawn to b5. And now, Morphy plays one of the most famous sacrifices in chess. Knight takes b5. This move is not about material. It is about opening lines. Morphy understands that black's king is uncastled, and every open file makes the attack stronger. Black accepts with pawn takes b5. And immediately bishop takes b5 check. The check forces the king to stay in the center, where it is most vulnerable. Knight moves to d7 to block the check. Now comes a beautiful idea. White castles long. This is not about king safety. It is about rook activation. The rook is instantly placed on the d file, directly opposite the black king. Black plays rook to d8, trying to contest the file. But Morphy doesn't slow down. Rook takes d7. Another sacrifice. Why is this move so strong? Because it removes defenders and clears the d-file completely. After rook takes d7, Morphy calmly plays rook to d1. This is perfect coordination. Every piece is aimed at the king. Black tries to survive with queen to e6, offering a queen trade and blocking checks. But Morphy refuses to slow the attack. Bishop takes d7 check. This move forces the knight to recapture with knight takes d7. And now comes the move that ends the game. Queen to b8, check. This is a forcing move. The queen sacrifices itself to remove the final defender of the d-file. Black has no choice. Knight takes b8. And now, the final move. Rook to d8. Checkmate. No escape. No defense. The king is completely trapped. This game proves one thing very clearly. If your opponent wastes time in the opening, you don't need tricks. You just need development, coordination, and courage. Paul Morphy didn't attack randomly. Every move had a purpose. Every sacrifice opened lines. This is how attacking chess is meant to be played. Subscribe to Checkmate Ninja. And remember, in chess, activity beats material.